If you're over 60 and your legs feel weaker, if getting up from a chair has become a struggle, or if you've lost your balance recently, what I'm about to tell you could save your independence. As a doctor with 30 years of experience, I've seen thousands of seniors told that their weakness is simply just aging. That's not true. What you're experiencing likely has a name: sarcopenia. And it's stealing 1 to 3% of your muscle mass every single year. But here's what gives me hope. 3 specific vitamins can often reverse this process in just days, not months. Stay with me, because this could change everything. Understanding why your legs are getting weaker. Let me explain what's really happening in your body. There are 3 primary reasons why leg strength diminishes as we age, and understanding these will help you see why targeted nutrition can be so powerful. First, vitamin deficiencies become increasingly common after 60. As we age, our stomachs produce less acid, which is essential for breaking down and absorbing nutrients from food. Additionally, our intestinal lining becomes less efficient at absorption. This creates a perfect storm, where even if you're eating well, your body may not be getting the vitamins it desperately needs. Second, circulation naturally slows with age. When blood flow to your leg muscles decreases, they receive less oxygen and fewer nutrients. This leads to that heavy, tired feeling in your legs, and makes even simple activities feel exhausting. Third, many seniors naturally become less active, which accelerates muscle loss. But here's the crucial point. Even if you maintain your activity level, without adequate nutrition, your muscles simply cannot rebuild and maintain themselves properly. Now, let me walk you through the 3 vitamins that can make all the difference. Vitamin D3, the master switch for muscle function. I call vitamin D3 the master switch because it doesn't just affect one system in your body, it reactivates your entire musculoskeletal and nervous system. After age 60, your body becomes significantly less efficient at producing this crucial nutrient. Your skin becomes thinner, you likely spend less time in direct sunlight, and your liver and kidneys, which play key roles in converting vitamin D, begin to slow down. When vitamin D3 levels drop, your body essentially starts shutting down critical systems. Your muscles become weak, your legs feel heavy, your movements slow, and most concerning to me as a physician, your balance begins to deteriorate. All of this happens because you're quietly missing one essential nutrient. Let me tell you exactly what vitamin D3 does for your body. It helps your intestines absorb calcium, which is critical not just for bone strength, but for proper muscle contraction. It ensures your muscle fibers can contract efficiently and helps your nerves send clear, strong signals to your muscles. Most importantly, it actively prevents the muscle loss that occurs silently with aging. How do you know if you're deficient? The signs are often subtle at first. You might notice weakness in your legs, especially when climbing stairs. You may feel unusually fatigued after standing or walking short distances. Nighttime leg cramps become more frequent. Your balance feels off when you turn quickly or step over something. You might experience deep aching pains in your hips, knees, or heels. Some of my patients also report trouble sleeping or feeling mildly anxious without knowing why. The research supporting vitamin D3 supplementation is compelling. A study at the University of Birmingham followed seniors over 65, and after just 5 days of taking 800 IU of vitamin D3 daily, participants showed an average 19% increase in leg strength. Another study from Harvard's Geriatric Research Center found that older adults with low vitamin D3 levels had a 40% higher risk of falling or being hospitalized compared to those with healthy levels. For healthy adults over 60, I typically recommend 800 to 1,000 IU daily. For those showing clear signs of weakness or those who have experienced falls, I often suggest 1,500 to 2,000 IU daily. But this should always be done under medical supervision. The timing matters too. Take your vitamin D3 in the morning or early afternoon, always with a meal containing healthy fats like eggs, salmon, or olive oil, as this dramatically improves absorption. Vitamin B12, your nerve-muscle communication system. Now let's talk about vitamin B12, which I consider one of the most overlooked nutrients in senior health. While many people know B12 affects energy and memory, What's less understood is its critical role in how your brain communicates with your muscles, especially your legs. B12 maintains the health of your nerves and keeps your movements coordinated and your reflexes sharp. When B12 levels drop, the connection between your mind and your muscles becomes fuzzy, and the first signs typically appear in your lower body. If your B12 is low, you might experience tingling, numbness, or burning sensations in your feet. Your legs may feel weak, especially when standing or walking. You might have difficulty maintaining balance even on flat surfaces, or feel like your legs are asleep or not responding properly. Many of my patients also report mood changes, mild depression, brain fog, or forgetfulness, all classic signs of B12 deficiency that are too often dismissed as just getting old. Seniors are particularly vulnerable to B12 deficiency for two main reasons. First, as we age, our stomachs produce less acid, especially if you're taking acid-reducing medications like omeprazole or ranitidine. This low-acid environment makes it much harder to extract B12 from food. Second, B12 is found almost exclusively in animal products, meat, fish, eggs, and dairy. If you're eating less meat or following a mostly plant-based diet, you're at higher risk. The research is clear about B12's impact on mobility. A study from Oxford University followed over 1,000 seniors aged 65 and older and found that those with low B12 levels walked slower, had significantly poorer balance, and were more than twice as likely to fall within the next 12 months compared to those with normal levels. Another clinical trial published in the Journal of Gerontology gave seniors 1,000 micrograms of B12 daily for 8 weeks. After supplementation, participants showed improved reaction time, better lower body strength, and fewer complaints of numbness and instability. I recommend 500 to 1,000 micrograms daily of methylcobalamin, which is the active form your body can use immediately without having to convert it first. This is especially important for seniors since conversion efficiency decreases with age. Take it as a sublingual tablet that dissolves under your tongue, as a chewable, or even as a spray. The best timing is around lunchtime or early afternoon, and avoid taking it with coffee or tea, which can interfere with absorption. Vitamin B1, thiamine, the energy generator. The third piece of this puzzle is vitamin B1, also known as thiamine. If vitamin D3 turns on your muscle systems and B12 connects the communication lines, then thiamine provides the actual energy your muscles need to function. Thiamine plays a central role in energy metabolism, helping convert the food you eat, especially carbohydrates, into usable energy called ATP. ATP powers every muscle contraction, every movement, every breath. Your legs, being the largest muscles in your body, require a constant, steady supply. When thiamine levels are low, your muscles fatigue quickly, feel heavy, and recover poorly after any activity. You might notice your legs feel weak or dead tired even after minimal activity. Muscle cramps in your calves or feet become more common. You may experience a heavy, dragging sensation when walking or feel short of breath when climbing stairs. Some patients also report mental fatigue, poor appetite, or a general lack of motivation to move. Seniors become thiamine deficient for several reasons. Our digestive systems become less efficient at absorbing thiamine as we age. Common medications can interfere with thiamine levels. Diuretics used for blood pressure or heart conditions flush thiamine out through urine, and metformin, and some antibiotics can also affect thiamine absorption. Even small amounts of regular alcohol consumption can impair thiamine absorption in seniors. Finally, many processed foods are stripped of thiamine, and if you're not eating enough whole grains or legumes, your intake may be inadequate. A 2021 study from Tokyo University examined 300 elderly adults and found that over 30% had low thiamine levels. These individuals walked more slowly, reported frequent muscle fatigue, and had significantly lower leg strength. After thiamine supplementation, most showed marked improvement in energy, walking distance, and stair climbing ability. The daily requirement for thiamine is relatively small, 1.2 milligrams for men and 1.1 milligrams for women. However, for older adults experiencing symptoms, Much higher therapeutic doses of 50 to 100 milligrams per day are safe and commonly recommended. Take thiamine in the morning with food, ideally including some protein or healthy fat, and avoid taking it with coffee, black tea, or alcohol, as these can interfere with absorption. The optimal strategy: combining all three. Now that you understand how each vitamin works, let me give you a practical strategy for combining them effectively. The key is proper timing and keeping things simple. Take your vitamin D3 in the morning right after breakfast, especially a meal containing healthy fats like eggs, yogurt, or avocado. Since D3 is fat-soluble, it needs fat to be properly absorbed. Vitamin B12 works best around lunchtime or early afternoon. Taking it too late might interfere with sleep since B12 supports alertness. Remember to avoid coffee or tea when taking B12. Thiamine should be your morning fuel. Take it with your first meal of the day, ideally a balanced breakfast with some protein and whole grains. This will help support your energy levels throughout the day. Here's a simple daily example I give my patients. At breakfast, have 1 boiled egg and a small bowl of Greek yogurt along with your vitamin D3 and thiamine. At lunch, enjoy grilled salmon or tofu with steamed vegetables and take your B12. This approach gives your body the right nutrients at the right time, in the right combination. Important safety considerations. As a physician, I must emphasize that while these vitamins are generally very safe, they must be used wisely. Don't increase doses on your own. More is not always better. Taking excessive amounts won't give you faster results and might cause harm. Vitamin D3, being fat-soluble, can build up in your system. Taking more than 4,000 IU daily for extended periods without supervision can raise calcium levels too high, potentially leading to kidney stones, constipation, nausea, or confusion. If you have liver or kidney problems, these organs process and clear vitamins from your body. So even normal doses might build up and cause side effects. Always consult your doctor before starting new supplements if you have any chronic conditions. Some vitamin side effects are subtle and easy to miss. High doses of certain B vitamins taken for months can cause numbness or tingling. Excess vitamin D3 can cause headaches, poor appetite, or muscle cramps long before serious problems appear. Always pay attention to how you feel after starting new supplements. I strongly recommend getting your blood levels checked every 6 to 12 months if you're taking D3 or B12 long-term. This ensures you're in the safe and effective range and not accidentally over or under-supplementing. Let me share Margaret's story, a 68-year-old patient who came to me frustrated and scared. She used to dance and garden for hours, but could barely climb stairs without getting winded. After we identified her vitamin deficiencies through blood work and started proper supplementation, the transformation was remarkable. Within a week, her legs felt lighter. Within 2 weeks, she was climbing stairs without getting winded. Within a month, she was back in her garden. And yes, she's dancing again. Margaret's experience isn't unique. I see these transformations regularly in my practice. The key is understanding that leg weakness after 60 isn't inevitable. It's not your imagination, and most importantly, it's often reversible. These 3 vitamins, D3, B12, and thiamine, work together like a well-orchestrated symphony. D3 strengthens your muscles and bones. B12 sharpens the communication between your nerves and muscles. And thiamine provides the energy your muscles need to perform. Together, they can help restore not just your physical strength, but your confidence and independence. If you recognize yourself in what I've described today, don't wait. The beauty of nutritional deficiencies is that they're often the easiest health problems to fix, but only if you take action. Start by talking to your healthcare provider about checking your levels of these 3 crucial vitamins. If you're already experiencing symptoms, consider beginning with safe supplementation while you wait for test results. The doses I've mentioned are generally safe for most people. Remember, taking action beats waiting every single time. Whether it's adding these supplements to your morning routine, scheduling blood work, or having a conversation with your doctor, every step forward is a step toward reclaiming your strength and mobility. The information I've shared with you today has the potential to change lives. If this video has been helpful to you, please consider liking it and sharing it with friends and family members who might benefit. Together, we can help more people understand that aging doesn't have to mean accepting weakness or losing independence. Knowledge is power, And when we share that knowledge, we help build stronger, healthier communities. Take care of yourself. Nourish your body with these essential nutrients. And keep moving forward. One strong, confident step at a time. Your future self will thank you for the action you take today.